Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Monday meltdown. Now, this is probably not necessarily a meltdown, but obviously I have been looking and following the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. Now, unless you have been living under a rock, I am pretty sure that every person that watches this video has going to have heard about their relationship. So I think I'm going to do various videos on this because I 100% am team Johnny Depp. I am 100% convinced that Amber Heard is very much a malignant narcissist. I think she most definitely has sociopathic traits. And I think given the right circumstances, there even could be some psychopathy in there as well. Today I want to talk about mirroring. So obviously what has come out is the fact that she has been dressing the same as him, or very similar to him, should I say. Now, one of the huge traits of a narcissist is mirroring. And I'm going to briefly sidestep to obviously another famous narcissist, which is Meghan Markle. And she has mirrored Diana. Now, there is a form of flattery when you mirror. There is, someone can see an outfit. There's been footage of Catherine who has worn similar outfits to Diana. But you have to go with the intent, the personality of the person. Now, there is no way on any planet that you would ever say that Catherine is a narcissist. So for her, wearing something similar would probably be a form of flattery, a form of respect to her late mother-in-law. It's kind of like a nod to her in a sense, and respecting her style. Underneath, some reference for William, in the fact that obviously this was his mother. And then you go to Meghan Markle, who, again, when you go to the behaviour and the way that she is being a narcissist, it's going to be more sinister. There is going to be psychological warfare. So this was all to break Harry down. And this is why she does it. This is not a lovely kind of nod to the Harry's mother. This is kind of, I am almost like I'm better than her. I'm carbon copying her. I am the new Diana. So this is why she wore her perfume. This is why she has done a lot of the things that mirrored Diana. And so now we have, then going back to Amber Heard, we have the fact that she is now dressing very similar to him in court. This is to unravel him. This is revenge. This is for her to basically say, I can do what I want and there's nothing you can do about it. It is to create him to be unnerved in the court, so then he probably lets that kind of insecure side of him out, so he doesn't kind of come across as together as what he should come across in a court case. It is manipulation. The thing with a narcissist is they have no sense of self. They are very, very, underneath it all, they are probably the most insecure people, but they obviously don't show that. So that's why they attach themselves to someone that's either strong, because they want to break them down, or they see themselves as the savior of somebody. So they will come in and they will try to fix you. But they won't do it in the way of, I'm going to come in, I'm going to help support you, and I'm going to help you grow and be the best version of yourself. It is, I am going to fix you in the idealization of who I want you to be. And if you don't match that, if you let me down, I will let you go. So this is why you will hear things from a narcissist like, I'm only doing it because I love you. I want the best for you. But when you don't do what they say, they will ignore you. They will punish you in some other way that will create you then to, if you are obviously under their thumb in a sense, they've got their hooks in you, you will then do what they say. But the problem is when you start doing what they say, they become bored. Because you're no longer a challenge. You have to be a challenge to them, which is why they tend to also target strong people. But with strong people, there will be an element of insecurity, because for the most part, if you have worked on yourself, if you are together, and emotionally mature, emotionally secure, you will see a narcissist coming. You know, you might be fooled a little bit because of the love bombing initially in the stage 1 of their manipulation. But as soon as they start playing their tricks, you know, you're going to kind of go, you know, because you're not going to be afraid to be alone, you know, so you are going to be secure in yourself. And you're, you know, do you know what? This is too much drama. I don't want this. Not interested. And of course, then a narcissist will do whatever they can if they think they can get back in again. If they feel they can't, they will move on. You know, but they will exact revenge. If you know this, and this is part of the thing. This is why it's so hard to let go of a narcissist, because they thrive on fear. You know, they will know things about you, and this is why if you have, for example, you know, I've worked with clients that have obviously struggled with a narcissist, and they've gone through something like an eating disorder, or they've had a problem with medication, or you know, just, you know, or they've had family issues, or you know, something along those lines. The narcissist will expose them. They will threaten to expose, or they will expose, because they will see these as weaknesses, and they will see these as ways to target you. And of course, then, because of that fear, this is why you will stay, or this is why you will go back. So if the love bombing doesn't work, it then becomes, I'm going to get nasty. And when you're looking at Amber Heard, this is exactly why she has done what she's done. Now, obviously, this is why she tried to expose him as a domestic violence, you know, abuser. You know, she was, you know, the lies that she's told, and trying to get the public on side and the media on side. Now, obviously, with the media, that worked to a point, and she won. Well, it wasn't her lawsuit, it was against the Sun newspaper, which is why I think people have got a little bit confused with that, because obviously she was brought in as a witness, but actually it was against the Sun newspaper. And I believe at the time, the newspaper believed their story to be true because of the evidence that she presented with the fake bruises and things like that. So they believed it to be true. So they were going on facts. Now, obviously, this defamation lawsuit is now going to be about the fact that she lied, that she covered things up. She created those bruises with makeup, because the very next day she went on a photo shoot and there were no bruises. And of course, she stated that she covered things up with makeup. But I'm sorry, when your bruises are as bad as what she's saying they are, you still see them. You still see them. And there was footage of her at a photo shoot. There was footage of her just walking around. And there's nothing. You know, there is still some evidence, unless you've had it photoshopped out, which there was also no evidence of that either. So of course now she's at court and she's mirroring his attire, you know, and this is to unsettle him, to unnerve him. She is in revenge mode. Because he's winning, because he has the public support. And she does not like this. You know, her career is suffering. Okay, Johnny Depp's career has suffered, but he's starting to come back up again. And the kind of the world in general, for most part, are on his side. And she will hate this. A narcissist hates the fact that they see that the person they're manipulating is winning. Because that's what it is to them. It's you are winning or losing, you know, and a narcissist doesn't like to lose. So she will go all out, she will lie, and she will believe those lies. You know, she will stand up in court, and it wouldn't matter that someone has come in with the evidence to show that she is lying. She will barefaced stand there in front, even in court, perjuring herself, to say that he did what he did. And this is why she has created her flying monkeys. I believe this is why she got attached to Elon Musk, because he's quite a powerful person. He has money, and she would have done the same thing. She would have love bombed him. She would have been very sexual, because this is kind of what a narcissist does. They try to overpower you sexually, and it works more with a woman because men are more voyeuristic. They are more visual, whereas with a woman, when we're dealing with a male narcissist, the male tends to adopt the more emotional, like, I'm your knight in shining armor, I'm the guy that you've been looking for your whole life, that type of thing. Whereas with a guy, it is sexual. And that's why when the woman behaves in a not very nice way and the guy starts to question that, she will then be very sexual with him again and then draw him back in again. So this is my little rant about this, because, you know, for the most part, I have dealt with my own narcissist, and I am making it my mission to help people to be more aware that if someone is coming in and they are behaving this way, they are mirroring, look at the person, look at the personality, because there will be an agenda. You know, you're either coming from a very unstable lack of self-worth, and you are trying to almost like assimilate. You know, I don't know if you're Trekkies out there, you know, with Star Trek and the Borg, and they assimilate. It's almost like that's a similar type of thing with a narcissist. They try to assimilate into your world, you know, and become you. And for the most part, a lot of people will look at that and be like, oh my gosh, they're like my soulmate. You know, they are like, you know, the person that I've always wanted to be with. No, because, and it's not just words. It's like, you must look at behavior. Whenever you get into a relationship, don't just hear what they're saying. Look at what they're doing, because there will be some misalignment with what they're saying to how they're behaving. They will let slip. The mask will slip. If you're not aware, you'll miss it, or you'll question it. And if you're not kind of secure in yourself, they will manipulate you enough to believe that actually you're imagining it, but you're not. So trust your instincts, you know, work on those things, you know, work on those insecurities that you've got, because they will find them. You know, so, you know, this is me talking about narcissistic personality disorder, but I actually believe that she's one of the worst, you know, that I've seen, you know, and I think, you know, Meghan Markle comes in a pretty close second. You know, the damage, and I'm not saying that Johnny Depp is completely innocent, but he's very damaged. But he's powerful in the fact that in Hollywood, he was very high up. You know, he was very kind of very popular. And what she wanted to do, she wanted to break that down. She has created him. I mean, ask yourself, who takes photographs of your partner passed out, even albeit, you know, asleep, but she's created it to be he passed out and he's got ice cream dribbling down himself? Who takes video footage of you having a bad day and getting angry and banging some kitchen cupboards? You know, this woman is very, very dangerous and very, very manipulative, which is why you still have people that will defend her, because that's how clever she is. You know, but Johnny Depp has broken free, so now she's enacting revenge. You know, she wants to win this court case, and she will do whatever means necessary, you know, to do that. And that includes trying to unnerve him by mirroring what he wears. So yeah, so again, as always, guys, you know, when you're going into a new relationship, just be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the person. You know, I'm not trying to kind of create you to feel that, oh my gosh, every person is like this. But it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be unsure. You know, if a person has nothing to hide and they're transparent, you know, they won't mind that. You know, they won't mind you being a bit careful, taking things slow. They won't mind that. So just please, you know, going forward, just be very aware. You know, do your research on somebody. It's okay to, you know, check them out and, you know, and just see kind of what's going on, because you're trusting yourself with that person. You might have children, you know, and I will do another video on narcissism and narcissistic people that have children. That will be one of my other videos. So, you know, so my Monday meltdown is about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. You know, narcissists, mirroring, just be very, very aware. They are very manipulative, very dangerous people, and they can really, really hurt somebody, you know, as we've seen. So Monday meltdown. I know it's probably not really a meltdown. I mean, if you want, I can go tear my hair out, and that'd be a meltdown. But as you know, I don't do that. I do calmer meltdowns. But it is sad. It is sad. And I do, you know, when I'm watching the footage or I'm looking at it, I do feel angry. I feel angry that she is allowed to keep manipulating, that she is allowed to do what she's doing. And, you know, and there doesn't seem to, again, there has not been any real consequences for behavior. And that frustrates me. And this is the problem with being in the public eye, is that people are too afraid to call people out. Well, as you know, I am not afraid to call people out, and I will. So as always, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Thank you everyone who has responded to the Real Talk with Ems and Trev. Seems to be very popular, so we are going to be doing this as a regular thing. And as always, thank you for everyone that has bought me a cup of tea, everyone that is donating to my channel to help me help others. I very much appreciate it. And as always, I love you, appreciate you. Have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, Bubble family.